Come on in, come on in. I need people to come on in because I need to talk about a few things that's going on here today. So I'm gonna have to. What should I be pulling up on my computer, darling? I'm live. It says I'm live. So I pull up the verdict. I seen that a couple.
Let's put this in perspective now that we know.
Girl, you know how much stuff is going on in the world today, and we're gonna be talking about this damn. Hey, y'all! Thank you for tuning in. I'm here to talk about this new recently decided verdict of P. Diddy, along with a few other things. But how's everybody doing today? Hey, thank you so much for checking in. Slim Season, Baby Bear, Preach, Avon Barksdale. Oh, Mr. Barksdale. I need my OSHA certification updated, sir. Please and thank you. DM me later. Anyway, so I'm here to discuss the verdict. Like, I need to know what's going on. I see that the RICO charge has been thrown out the window, as it should be, because it never was a real charge that he should have been facing any goddamn way. But okay, so he's guilty of taking he's guilty of taking a hoe across state lines. I'm sorry. Maybe I shouldn't laugh. I'm not calling Cassie a hoe. I'm not calling Jane a hoe. I'm just saying they said it was prostitution, so that's what we call prostitutes, hoes, right? So you took them across state lines to engage in prostitution? So I made you a hoe when I took you across state? I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have to discuss this. So I'm waiting on my girlfriend, Sue. Don Diva Sue, where we at? Don't ask me no questions. I tell you no lies. Hey, bro!
Hey.
So, what were you doing when the Diddy verdict came down?
I just got the news. It's
Bitch, I
in
felt
my
like
house.
it was OJ all over again.
Yeah. Oh God. Child.
Okay.
What'd you say? He was guilty of taking hoes across state lines. He was guilty of paying for trips.
Wait a minute. I do that with my YN every time I come to the
You
city.
did that with your YN? Or your YN does that with you.
Bitch,
Your
am I
YN should be on
trafficking my
trial for
YN
flying your ass in.
I don't know. I'm a little worried. Listen,
You got charges on file right now.
you know what kind of charges would I get?
Listen, the same. I don't know, because here's the thing.
Okay.
He flew women places.
Yes. Willingly. Nobody
Willingly
was
got on these
handcuffed at
flights.
the
Nobody
airport.
was coerced, right?
Okay.
Okay. Let's not make light of the ass that he
No.
is, though, because he is a bit of an ass. I think we know he's an ass to a certain degree.
That
right?
we know. That
Okay.
we know.
So this was basically a witch hunt.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Okay. So my initial, as you know, my initial problem with this whole thing was that it was in fact a witch hunt, and the charges didn't even make sense.
Whatsoever.
And they were throwing everything to see what stuck. They thought the jury was going to fall for the smoke and mirrors, which is exactly what it was.
And I think they thought that he was going to tell. I think they thought that he was going to get in there and get the...
Everybody thought Puppy was going to tell. Let's keep it real.
Everybody
Everybody thought
it
Puppy was going to tell, but that's part of the reasons I believe some of the charges got dropped.
I agree.
Because it wasn't just people in entertainment. It was people in politics. It was people in corporate. It was people, you understand what I'm saying?
In government?
In government, particularly. So I think once he met with those prosecutors and some charges got dropped, particularly the kidnapping and certain things, they already knew that their case wasn't strong enough for the other stuff. So they weren't even going to play around with those other charges that ended up being not guilty because they already knew they didn't have it. He started an organization by himself and you didn't have co-defendants. How are you going to say he organized something and he didn't even have co-defendants?
Well, it's a black man, so that's always a good thing to,
Yeah, I'm glad he got off. I'm glad that the jury saw the BS. I don't know. They said it's like up to 10 years for the prosecution.
It could be from 0 to 10 years for each charge that he does have left.
So what do you think? I think it's going to be
1 or 2 and 2.
I think it's going to be time served.
What time is it? What time he could get out today?
Wait, what? How long did he
be at the chop house by dinner?
How long has this trial been on for?
Huh?
How long is this trial been on for?
Oh, I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT because you know we use ChatGPT for everything.
Another thing I had a problem with was the fact that I think she should have. I don't think she should have gotten on trial. Went on. I don't think she should have gotten on the stand. You got your money. Why get on the stand? Say I forgot.
I agree.
Yeah.
I
You got
agree. At
you
that
got
point,
$30 million. Well, I think it was 20, and then another 10 from something
from
else.
the hotel
Right.
for keeping the children
So
over
it's
there.
like you got $30 million. Why get on the stand and kick him down even more? Because you kicked her when she was down, maybe, huh? You think?
Well, see, and that doesn't even really make sense because now, okay, here comes the civil part, the money. So if he's gonna do the time, you know, he's gonna lose out on a lot of his investments. So his net worth
He
is gonna
already
go
has though.
down.
But he already
But
has.
so doesn't that make it more difficult for you to get your money?
She
You know what I'm saying?
got
It's
paid.
like
But she been
trying to
got
say
paid. She
like
got
this.
paid already. She got paid
So,
before he had the indictment.
so she don't owe they don't owe her
She's
anything else. She
good.
ain't getting paid like
She's
an extra
good.
10 grand
Now
a
I
week
don't
or
know about the
something for the next
hotel, but
12 years.
the 20 mil, she should be good with the 20 mil.
Oh, okay. Well
I mean,
then, yeah.
listen,
I forgot,
I
Your Honor. I'm sorry. He hit. I mean, I fell so hard. He hit. I get it. I fell so hard. I don't know. I
feel
just need to
so
get to
hard.
my
Yeah, I
baby,
just
my
got
husband,
it.
and my 20 million on the I. I
We're
took
horrible.
care.
We're
I
women.
took
We
care
should
of
be
me.
standing up. We're women. We should be standing up for women.
I am standing up for women. As a
Okay.
woman, if it happens to you, okay, hold on. Let me.
With a straight
I
face, though. Try to give it with a straight face. Do this with a straight face. We mean this shit right here. Say it firm.
then maybe I shouldn't make the comment right now because I want giddy shit right now.
No, we all know the
We'll
industry.
take the disclaimer at the end that no, for real, if you are a victim of domestic violence, whether it's mental or physical abuse, please seek help. There is never an excuse for a man to put his hands on a woman. And there's also no excuse for a woman to put her fucking hands on a man. So if you think you're going to try and beat on a man and act like a man, when he choke you out and you black out and you hit your head, don't say anything. Okay, we could maybe not say that part. But
What
anyway,
she said.
yes, no, for real, I
What
don't.
she said.
Unless you
Yeah,
unless you Pat Poose in his then
yo,
they could spar
listen.
together. They could duff each other out, you know.
Papoose clearly likes women that could beat people down.
That's cool. That's up. Well, maybe not you, Sue. You ain't fight a lot.
You said I
Did
didn't
you
fight a
fight
lot?
a lot?
I absolutely
You
did.
did?
In
Oh,
high school, just in high school. Maybe one time after
yeah.
high school.
Junior high and high school was the rough.
I used to get jumped and bullied though.
Oh shit, bitch! I'm sorry to hear
Yeah,
that.
got trauma.
That's what. I'm not laughing. I'm smiling because you're so beautiful and you've made it through and you've raised some beautiful children.
Thank
So
you.
who are not bullies,
Who
who
are not? Well, actually,
also will not take to be bullied.
that's
So
right. Where is?
shit happens.
Hold on.
But anyway, so what do you think? Do you think he could be out at the end of July?
I think he could be out today. To be honest
I
with
do
you.
too.
Well, I mean, they got to. He
I
has to
would.
do sentencing, right?
I just wanted to know if he had a reservation at the Chop House because I could use some sachets and some shrimp dumplings
Black
today. I
Friday.
might just bump into Diddy tonight. You know, I'm just saying, where we going for a
So,
celebratory?
how do you think he's
Hey,
going to
John
act now?
Paul.
How do you think he's going to act now?
I think there's going to be a clearinghouse of people around him
Yeah.
if he was smart.
Right.
You
Right.
gotta, that circle gotta be like,
You have to update the NDA.
the NDA gotta be updated, baby. I'm sure a couple of people gonna get some deposits extra. Thank you for your support.
Mm-hmm.
But if he was smart, he he would definitely be changing his
I mean,
ways.
he has to. He has. If he didn't sit down and think about
Shit, bitch,
that,
we said the same thing about R. Kelly. Think you
mm,
got off the first trial, whatever, and then here we go back again with the new one.
mm, mm,
Mm-mm.
mm.
Listen, sweetheart, I'm digging you. You want to come back to my hotel room? Yeah, I want to come back to your hotel. Okay, well, you see this little pouch right here with the zip lock on it and the thing? Your phone's going to go in there. You see this big guy right here at the door? He's going to be standing outside. But you can put your location services on so your people know where you are, so you feel safe. However, you're not coming in here recording me while I'm asleep or taking a bath or letting you put your finger in my butt.
It's too much. Too
I
much.
mean, you have
No,
to,
his circle definitely has to get smaller.
yeah.
That's number one.
And if you're gonna keep doing them type of things, you definitely got to tighten up your circle.
He has to be over. That has to be
I
done and
don't
over with. Like,
think so. I don't think
as
so.
much
I
proof as there
think
was, didn't you get that out of your system yet? Like, this was clearly
no.
your thing. It should turn you on. You should have trauma now thinking about that stuff.
Listen, you thought after he was fucking all the homegirls, he wouldn't turn to boys, but apparently, I mean, sometimes there's never enough. Just jail wasn't enough. I still like to. No, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm
Hey,
reformed. You think he's gonna?
Ann.
Oh,
Ann said, hey, hey,
hey,
hey,
hey,
Ann.
Ann. You think he'll get baptized?
He better have gotten baptized
You
already.
think
I'm
he's
sure his
gonna go
mother.
the
I'm sure
extra
his mother.
spiritual route now?
I think.
Be
You know
very.
what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I instinctively thought that from the minute he got locked up, my thing was he's about to find God, and
Mhm.
I didn't mean that in a makeup way, like he was going to pretend to. I genuinely felt like him sitting down and reflecting and seeing what happens when this behavior, whether warranted, whether all the charges were warranted or not,
Mhm.
to see what these things can escalate to when you're living a certain kind of way, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I feel like he definitely, anyone sitting down for a minute has time to self reflect. And in that space, he should have been able to find God.
Repent and
Right.
and seek forgiveness.
At
Yes.
least find some sort of spirituality, because when you're alone like that, you're talking to yourself, you're talking to God, you're just in a space where you want to figure out how we got there in the first place. And then if you really figure it out, it's a lot of missteps and it's from you not being godly.
Very true. Yeah, they said that when they read the verdict, he got down on his knees.
Did he?
Yeah. They said that he was on his knees. There was a little applause and a woo in the courtroom, of course.
Yeah.
Um, but okay, so then,
It's about to be different. It's about to be different. He ain't messing with a lot of people, and a lot of people still ain't gonna be messing with him. But then there's now gonna be the new D riders are gonna pop up out of nowhere, and then he's gonna do his research and be like, "Nah, you didn't support me."
Mhm.
Then he might support. There's certain guys that were very vocal about him in the beginning, and I thought like choke no joke. I thought like, okay, he's rocking with Diddy, even though he doesn't rock with Diddy. It was kind of like me. It wasn't like
Mhm.
Diddy's a cool guy. Da, da, da.
But
No,
the
it's like no, he doesn't.
situation in which they put this man in, and
Right,
knowing what we know about
exactly.
the charges and what
Exactly.
comes with it,
Even R.
it doesn't
Kelly, I'm
fit.
like, even R. Kelly, I'm like, sit your behind that. I don't, people like, well, it's the same thing with R. Kelly. They really, yeah, but R. Kelly did more dirty stuff in my opinion, like because it involves minors.
Mm-hmm.
That always gets to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think he definitely needed to be sat down. Him in particular. Diddy, I think the time he's done sitting down should be enough. I think he's reflected. I think he knows how he had to moving forward.
Well, I sure as hell hope so. And I really don't hope we get another flavor of Ciroc or anything to that effect out of this. But what do they say? Roses grow through the cracks of the earth. You never know what could happen. And I have to say, he is very good at rebranding,
Branding, rebranding,
marketing.
rebranding himself. He better keep the grays. That's what I thought. I said he needs to come out with the grays. Keep the
Yes,
grays because you are now physically looking like a different person. So that's going to help people think that you have somehow, redeemed yourself
morphed
as
into
well.
at least an
Yeah,
older
and
man,
it's a
respectful,
distinguished look.
slowed down.
It's a
Mhm.
distinguished, wise look. So I think he should just keep it. Forget the just for men. Come out here with the grays. Maybe be suited up a little bit more often, and you know, let's take that.
Where are we taking it? That's
Plus,
what I
his
want to know.
entertainment career is over. Au contraire, mon friend. Who's that? Fuck you mean? Who's your friend? Fuck you
I
mean?
do not think so, sir.
Plus,
I
no,
don't think his
there's no way
entertainment
his
career is
entertainment.
over.
It's no
No,
way. And here's the
no.
thing: even if we don't know, he could be making moves behind the scenes under,
Bitch, who gonna get the first interview?
DBAs. Don Diva better get the first interview. That's who need to get the
Diddy,
first interview.
holla at us.
We
We
talking
go
about
back.
jail
Way
interviews.
back.
Hello.
I ain't want to say how far back we go. He was on trial, but I'm here for you. Yeah, no, his entertainment career isn't over. Are you kidding me? His people still trying to work with him.
Yeah. And yeah, absolutely. His career is not over. It's just probably, I'm telling you, he's going to rebrand himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be a whole bunch of different stuff. But He's gonna come out differently. I know he's gonna come out differently. He has to come
Now,
out differently.
how
He
do you
knows who he
approach?
was can't be who he
Now,
is.
let me ask you this, because this part I don't know. I know, like when you're going through a divorce, and there are like insurances and stuff, you're not able to cancel the insurance on the other person while you're going through the divorce. So I'm just saying, so he gets off on these charges. He's a free man. All right. He's got to face, they said, at least 5 dozen civil suits. 5 times 10 is 50, plus you add on another 10. That's a lot of cases, right? So that's a lot of money right there. Do you start taking stuff out of your name and putting it in
Absolutely.
other
We're going full shell
entities?
corporations, offshore Cayman Islands. I'm talking all of
But I
that.
don't,
Yeah, no,
he
I
wasn't able
wouldn't.
to do any of that while he was on trial, right? Because that looks bad.
Well,
You
listen, if you still have people on the street, particularly family, anything can be done. My only thing is his call and his communications were always monitored. So I don't
right.
know,
So
but I don't
you
know if there was already a case of
they,
emergency situation,
they
press fund, take this to such and such, have such, you know what I mean? But the only thing I did not understand about him, and I'm still a little bit disappointed, although it worked in his favor, how did he get the hell out of the country before they locked him up? Like, you knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I thought that's what
I thought
happened when they
Russell
got him at the
Hayes threw him
Opa-locka
at the guest
airport.
house.
When they got him at the Opa-locka airport and they didn't lock him up there, and I was like, nigga,
Yeah, I just knew he was
that
out of here.
you better get on your Russell Simmons shit.
Exactly. I thought Russell was going to have an extra guest room. I thought Diddy was like, y'all want me on trial? We going on Zoom. We, you know what I mean? I did not think he was going to allow himself to
For
get
being
locked
on
up. And that's what
Zoom.
made me think he was invincible. That's what made me think he was invincible.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
are we
And I
allowed
guess that's what
to
he thought.
invite people on this? Can you invite somebody on here?
I think you can.
Hold on. No, I can't see. I
He
can't
should have
invite.
definitely done a lot of that after the investigation before the raid. Like, first of all, you should have a backup plan before any of this shit goes down. Like, God forbid anything. I handle my dad's stuff. Anything happens to me, there's a box with some shit for the kids to handle for me and pops. Like, you have to have those things in order, just
Yeah.
in case something goes left.
And
You
I
either
feel
snuffed
like
out.
Puffy's a preparer. I don't know. I just, as much as I was disappointed that he didn't flee, I definitely think he had some sort of backup plan somewhere, some kind of, you know, shell
There's a safe
corporation,
deposit
something.
box.
He's just too intelligent for that. Most men that have all that money, they know, especially
Yeah.
when he was doing his dirt, put something away for a rainy day.
What's my
Line
man,
something
Richard
up for what.
Branson?
I think his
Virgin.
kids could take over his funds if he needs to.
Yeah. Well, yeah. There
There
are a
should
lot of moving.
there should be a cap on who can sue him though. I feel bad.
The first 10 people that sign up to click the link in my bio.
Yeah, because everybody's just coming out the woodwork now.
They
Like,
are. And then, okay,
I'm about
which
to accuse him of some stuff. I've been in too many parties with him not to.
I
Seriously,
just
that's what
chose
people
not to
think.
walk through
They
that
think
door.
about
That's
that
all.
window of opportunity that they had to say whatever they want to say. And I'm not saying that a lot of these cases weren't valid cases, right?
Right.
But now you have the bright idea to do it.
30 something years later.
Exactly. Now you have the bright idea to do it.
I know. So when does it be like, okay, I'm the victim. I've had to bury this for so long. Now other people are bringing it out. I've dealt with it in my own way, but now, yeah, I want to let people know. And he should be charged for what he did to me. And I want some bread too.
Tell him write a book.
That's a good idea. Let's write a book.
Write a book.
Write a book.
Write a book.
I mean, we can't tell you when you should come out from some sort
That's
of a
true.
trauma.
That's true.
I
That's
can't say
fair. That's
if
fair.
the
That's
very
fair.
next
That's
day is
true.
okay or
But in order
45 years
to
later.
distinguish yourself from the fake, there's steps you should
Right.
be taking initially.
Yeah.
Even if it's something that was filed and ignored, you can still return to it and be like, look, I filed this on that day.
Right.
Or
That's
I
what
wrote
I'm
this
saying.
in my journal and it's logged in and locked in for that day that this happened to me at this particular time. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't
Right.
wait years later and be like, I think it was on a Tuesday
Bitch,
after. You
I'm
understand what I'm
rolling
saying?
through to see what year, date I was. You know how you got to click the year to scroll. What day I was born on. I said, like, how you remember when this happened to you? And there was so many things involved:
Right.
music, drugs,
Fuck you,
alcohol,
fuck you,
different
being
people.
said. Fuck you mean says he should put everything in his mama name. If he
What?
already has it.
Well, you know, Janice,
Janice
right? That's her name. Janice
Combs.
Holmes. Yeah. She probably got most of the shit
Yeah.
already. And it's terrible. Everybody talking about now the relationship with Diddy and his mom. They kiss each other on the mouth. They sleep in the same bed. Could this
Everything's
be why
analyzed.
he's the way that he is? And everybody's a fucking
And
psychologist now.
they're trying,
I,
yeah. And
I,
I mean, and the stories, the documentaries they have about just like they're just pulling all these documentaries together on him. He's a hot commodity right now.
you still publishing shit, bitch? I'm gonna get to writing tonight.
I know. About to publish his whole joint. Hold on.
I'm
Back shortly.
you know.
Where,
What up? No, I'm just kidding.
where is Oz, man? Where is Oz?
He's not answering. Oh, we need a guy.
Where?
Another guy.
He said, some guy on here said,
Yes, his dad was a gangster. That don't mean just because your dad's a gangster, you a gangster. Think of how many niggas in the mob are gangsters, but they send their kids to law school or to be doctors and other shit because they straight not gangster. It's not in everybody.
it's not.
You are born
I'm gangster. It's not in
with
my
the
kids.
shits. Develop the shits. I don't know, but
He said you're not on. Yes. Okay. Hold on.
Okay, no background music anyway. But I love it. I need people on here. I need questions. I need comments. I need opinions. I need us to think outside the box because this is not the end. Clearly, we got the civil suits coming, and then we got Fat Joe got some going on. A couple other people. I don't know. What I do know though is I appreciate everybody for taking a moment to check in with you and I today on Time Diva Live. I mean, it's a good thing. And listen, we got a few things in the works. We said let's just pop on today and talk some shit. Meanwhile, the whole world is being distracted that Iran.
We're being distracted by Iran.
I said, wait, Diddy's
we're not focusing on Diddy. We're focusing on Iran.
The big bill got passed. Nigga, don't fuck with my Obamacare, okay? Please and thank you. I get to get testing done for short money. Stop playing with me.
What is this? It says, okay, hold on. Yeah, so.
Yeah,
I'm playing with this live thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't see anything. Oh, wait, let me see. Am I supposed to add somebody? Oh, I said accept. I don't know.
What did it say?
It just says that was you. That was.
Oh, no. Look. What's that?
So listen. Bitch, okay, so we just spoke about Diddy, but you know what I really wanted to talk about today?
Look, can you find MCs on here?
Girl, you know I wanted to talk about the Rock the Bells concert.
He's on here.
We had such a fucking great time.
How do you invite
him? I don't know. Hey! What a great set Eddie F and them had. Everybody tore it down. Father MC, Horace Brown. Oh, my God, Christopher Williams, sexy thing. Tell me to. I was like, please, baby, just don't fall off the stage.
Request.
How's it?
Tim, request.
I don't know.
Request, Tim. We have questions about the show.
Yes. And we need inside answers.
Did you know a guy died?
Baby.
Did you see when the paramedics came? A guy died behind stage.
What?
Yes. Did MOP perform? I didn't see them. Did you see them?
Baby, did you not watch my story? MOP ripped it down. You can't be motherfucking serious. It was a whole MOP had next to the whole Untouchables, Uptown Movement, crowd reaction. They had the loudest and the most interaction from the crowd, I believe. State Property was live too. Don't get it twisted. Listen, Lil Boosie and Plies. I love them too. Everybody. But MOP ripped the fucking roof off. And I was so happy. Fabulous opened it up. I'm glad I was on time. That was a good concert. So you froze. What happened, boo? Okay. Wait a minute. Accept. I said accept. I'm accepting. I don't know how to rejoin. Oh, Sue, what do we do? I don't know. I'm hitting accept. See, this is why. Okay.
Yeah, put that in there.
Hey.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
How y'all doing? All right.
How y'all doing?
Welcome.
Tell us about the concert. What was it like backstage?
Crazy. That shit was nuts.
Who did you see for the first time you haven't seen in forever?
Everybody, shit. But I was there. The most interesting thing was, well, I seen not really because I'm touring, so I get to see a lot of the entertainers, while I'm on the road, you know. But I walked past, so I saw this guy leaning up on the wall, and I'm like, damn, cops, because they was hemming up people crazy.
Really?
So, they guy he had spit coming out of his mouth, and he was like sitting there like clumped, and I'm thinking the cops didn't fuck him up or something. But I seen the paramedics, and then when I walked past him, he was just they ain't mess with him. They was trying to help him, and he ended up being the one who died the next morning. They said that it was just one death, one tragic event. But they say he was dancing with his girl, and then next thing you know, he just dropped.
That's crazy. Well,
Wow.
it's
That was
probably the
crazy.
first time somebody at a rap concert died that wasn't from violence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's
it was
that
crazy.
statistic gonna look like? What column do you put that in?
I seen you doing your thing. I seen you miss doing your thing. You and Tiffany.
Yes, yes, yes. We were
How is
rocking.
Miss Moore doing?
Yeah,
Tell
she's
Miss Moore I said what's
good.
up.
She's
Tell her I said
good. We
what
will
up.
definitely tell you so what's
Yeah,
up.
respectively.
So how is the touring going? Where are you at next?
Oh God, I'm headed to New Orleans, the Essence Festival. Then I'm headed to Atlanta to sign the contract. It's crazy because they want you to sign like in no electronical or nothing like that. They want you to be there to sign. For I just got off the road with Jodeci and In Vogue.
Oh,
We
nice.
did Jodeci and Vogue. We did. It's just out there, just doing shit, just different dates, and
It's
it's
a
cool.
beautiful thing.
I'm just getting the bag,
Eh,
and
That's what you're
now
supposed to be
we
doing.
working on reality show called Father Knows Best. That's what my kids, all my
Okay.
kids that are mine and kids that's trying to be mine. I'm just fucking with. But anybody,
Listen, that's a part of
I
the
was
life
telling,
that you
I was
live,
telling
though.
Puff,
That's
I was
the
telling
realest shit
Puff,
ever.
Look,
I was telling Puff,
Father the
Stacy,
Possible.
no, I was saying if they anybody needs like a investigation group to investigate, call my baby mothers, her and my daughter, Susan Zara. They come and they find anybody you want, and then if they ain't in your life, they'll put them in your life. So remember, it's Susan Zara Incorporated. I get 20% of it, but I'm just saying.
20%. Come on, we can't be giving you half now. Come
Yeah,
on.
yeah, you can't give me half, but they'll find anybody. And
I believe
if you
every
need,
single child.
if you need anybody, to like run up in your house, Susan is the one that knows how to get up
Listen, we do these
our
things the
building.
right way now. We have
Yeah.
all the appropriate paperwork. We have the car
She
around the corner
don't care
just
about
in
no
case.
paperwork. It means nothing. If she wants you, she's getting you. Trust me.
Fuck
And the
you and
thing
your
that's sad,
paperwork,
I
bitch.
shake my head because I see my daughter, and my daughter got the same traits. I just be like, Jesus Christ. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Look at what two people can create.
Yeah, right?
A little
Daughter
shaker
gorgeous.
here and a little shaker there. It's a beautiful thing. She's a
Hmm.
beautiful young woman. She truly is.
Thank you.
You
Thank
are
you. And for
blessed.
everybody that's watching, Susan
Yeah.
is available on all platforms, Christian.singles. She accepts forms, all of that stuff.
Yeah. He about to flash your Cash App, your Zelle, and all of that. He's
He
a
said,
new hype man.
he said
Oh
if
my
anybody wants to
God.
get with Susan, she's available on Christian Singles.
ChristianMichaels.com. I
Oh
can't.
shit.
I
I
don't care.
can't.
There's people objecting to that as we speak, okay?
Oh my God.
Whatever.
Okay, so
Whatever.
I need your input on this one. What do you think about the Diddy verdict? How are you feeling? We know that there's no RICO. The RICO is out, but he's been found
I want to.
guilty on.
I don't want to see nobody go to jail.
I don't see
You know what I'm saying?
nobody go to jail. But how are you found guilty for bringing some hoes across the border on a plane?
Because if they want you, they're gonna stick it. They're gonna make it whatever they say gonna go. Look at how they did Bill Cosby. They did 30 years, or he said, and then he went to jail for all them years. You get what I'm saying? So I
Well,
think
they
that
did Bill extra dirty
crazy.
because he told the truth and he was like, "Listen, they were like, you tell the truth, we ain't even gonna press the charges no more on you." And then the new bitch came in and said, "Fuck that, you going down." He said, "Yeah, I put a little shake in a drink. It was good, little slim fast."
A little slim flat.
That nigga was spiking that shit with all kind of nonsense. But anyway, all right.
I think he
I
froze.
oh yeah. Let me
He
see.
looks frozen.
Looks frozen. That's what happened to you before you
Yeah,
disappeared and then came back.
he's probably gonna have to rejoin somehow because
Okay.
I think you have to throw the request out there though.
How do I do it?
I don't
I only
know.
know how to accept. Come on now. Okay, hold on. Search. When someone joins anyone. Okay, I'm inviting. Okay, I'm inviting some people. Why not? Come on, Anne Marie. Let's go.
Anne Marie ain't gonna get on. I know her.
She ain't gonna get
She's
on.
like, no, ladies, no. Her little shy self.
Yeah, no. That ain't right. All right. Well,
You invite Oz?
okay. Huh?
Can you invite
Oh, how
Oz?
do I do it? So I go. Okay.
What is
So
going though?
who else?
He's just spinning and spinning,
Yeah,
spinning and
invite.
spinning and
Oh,
spinning.
okay. I got it. All right. I sent the invite. Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay.
All right. I did those two. See what happens with that. But anyway, darling. Um, I can't believe somebody died at the concert though. Shit. Oh, everybody frozen. Okay, hold on. What am I doing here? Do accept. I'm hoping I'm doing this right. This is why I don't go live, y'all, because I don't know what I am doing. Okay. Carl, I don't know why you're unable to join unless you just can't. I'm clicking accept. Okay, I got you
I got me a
back to
corner. I got me a corner
a corner of what?
of the screen.
Oh,
So it has,
I'm trying to.
it has three screens, but one is blank.
Yeah, it's saying okay. So it says Oz is unable to join. I don't know. It's because is it because Father MC is still? Yeah, it says anybody else is unable to join. What do we do? Do we
Start it
hang up and call?
again.
I said hang up and call back. I don't know how does this work. Oh. Now I see why I see people staring into the damn screen because, like, okay, accept, view request, view request. I'm trying to accept everybody. See, Sue, you're back, but ow, shit, my elbow. Okay,
There he is. There you
there we
go.
are. Technology.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I have my funny bone. Okay. What was we talking about? A little bit of everything. So,
The
okay,
Gulf Puff.
what the concert in itself, what's it like to be part of the Rock the Bell experience? Because you've had different promoters over all the years that you've worked with and different concerts and shit like this, but this particular
Well,
package,
people, I haven't performed in New York in 20 something years.
that's the
So
first time you've been back up this way in over 20 years.
indeed, you know,
You did your thing. You did your thing.
thank
Three was
you,
high.
but it's reasons for that though. But at the end of the day, that's either here or there. But it was dope just to feel good. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? And to see my peoples, man. I really did it for the people. I see the celebrities all the time. I'm out all around the world. So I see them but I was happy to see like Kid Capri, Redman, and but I'm R&B, so I'm a rapper that's R&B, so I fit on all the stages. I go on the rap tour, I go on the R&B tour, whatever
Okay.
circuit, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm out there. But to see my cats like to see L, and then I see L because I got a house in LA too. So I see L and I see, a lot of people like that, like the entertainers that move around. But to see
Mm-hmm.
the cats that are my cats, like MOP, just everybody
Such a
was just crazy. I loved them
Did you
all.
watch the show while you were behind?
I saw in the backstage they had the dressing room, the up room where they had like 100-inch screen or whatever, and you get to see the ones that were there. But it was so much stuff going on. To be honest with you, nobody was even looking at the screen because it was so much. It was like 2,000 people backstage. You know what I mean?
Oh
It was,
wow.
God.
and then
Oh, damn.
damn, I'm still getting rest off for just relaxing, nigga, just getting back. You get what I'm saying? And then I got to get ready to hit the road again, and then I have to go to my daughter's birthday party and I saw all my kids. I met a lot of my grandkids that I
That's
haven't
beautiful.
seen. You know what I'm saying? So I went out there to do the father stuff, but then I got on my grown man shit and got with my grandkids, and then I had to deal with the baby moms all together. I almost threw one in the pool though.
Stop
You know, it
it.
was. I
His
had a
baby
good
moms
time.
are well behaved.
I'm sure. I'm sure. He's still
That's what
alive.
she said.
Y'all bitches better be.
Listen, I'm trying to get them married off quick. They get boyfriends. Like, go ahead and do it, please. Do it.
What's
Just
the
do it.
ratio? What's the boys to girls ratio? Well, how many you got?
I, oh shit, you put me on the spot. Let me see. I gotta count.
You
I feel like
sure
thinking.
did.
Don't
You
leave
sure
nobody out
did.
now.
Let's get to counting.
Let's see. It's more
Look,
girls
you
than
lucky
boys.
she
I
didn't
got two
ask you to
boys.
name
I
names. She
got
just
two
asked for a
boys.
number.
Two
I got two
boys.
boys,
Okay.
and the rest girls. You know,
And the rest
Jawan,
girls.
Jawan, and little Tim, which is Tyson, but little Tim,
Okay.
and that's it.
Okay. So, knowing what you know now, what would you tell yourself back in the 90s?
Wrap it up. Yeah,
That's some good shit.
that's some good shit. That's some great shit. Now you know what? You know what? To be honest with you, all jokes aside, out of all the bullshit and everything, majority 90% of it was just talk. You get what I'm saying?
Mm.
I would out of all of it, God threw them in my life for a reason, and I just swam with it. You get what I'm saying? As you get older, you start to think. But back in the days, I wanted to kill every one of them. You
Yes.
know, but
Yes.
you get
Yes.
older, and you just I just want to. It's about the kids and the grandkids. Like my daughter Zara is so spoiled because she was like more raised with me. She came up
Right.
with me, so I think she understands me more. You get what I'm saying? Like she's retarded too, though. She's bananas too.
You ain't gonna sit up there calling my
Don't
daughter
you be
retarded in front of my
calling
face.
her.
Not gonna play in my face, sir. I'll be calling her retarded.
Listen,
I really
that girl
want
about her
this one to get
business.
married. Yeah. Oh my God, that's where she gets it from me on that. Nut.
She about her business.
I went to a crib. I seen her crib. I'm liking the way she living. I'm liking her style. I'm liking it's not a pushover.
At
You get
all.
what I'm saying? And she's my vacation buddy. Like me and my girl, we take her from a kid. We took her all the vacations we go to. Every vacation we take her. She was with me from the damn near beginning, damn near. You know what I mean? So she knows me and I know her. You know, she was a diva since she was in junior high school, going to five. When she got in high school, Jesus Christ, I was crazy.
But I
Dad, I want to go
think that
to
was
the
the
prom.
era that was the era. And that's what fathers in the industry do, especially for their first
Listen,
babies, the
I
girls.
wasn't in a position to
Come
do
on,
that Sweet
I'm
16
sure she
shit.
had furs and all kind of goofy shit, didn't even know or care what any of that stuff was. But that's just that lifestyle. That's how
I
it
told her,
was. So
I remember telling Zara on her Sweet 16, no, her graduation from high school. Was it the sweet? No, it was a Sweet 16, I believe. She was like, I want a party and I want to have a castle. And I was like adding this shit up. I'm like, I'll give you $20,000 and you could just go do. I said, Zara, you're not gonna see none of these people ever again in your life. Once you, she was swearing, no, we're gonna go in the old folks home together. I'm like, you're never going to see them. I'm just imagining me paying for 700 kids eating food that she's not even gonna talk to in the next month. Right now,
it's about
to this day.
experiences, though. The kids,
Yeah, yeah, on my dime. Yeah, I know the experience. I can spell experience a different way for you.
we're still keeping some zeros in my account. I get
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I'm offering the girl a car, everything like, yo, take this and just be done with them. And she's a people's person. She's like her mother, like the friend of the friendless.
Shut
You know,
up.
Susan could meet you in McDonald's, and next thing you know, inviting you over for tea.
Listen, that's why she was always so intricate in Don Diva and getting those interviews and writing them
No,
stories
I
and
tell
getting
you,
the
no one gives
stories
me
out of
credit
people.
on the Don Diva situation. I'm the one. Because if it wasn't for me, it would be no Don Diva with Sue.
Oh my
Because
God. You
I,
taking credit for Don Diva now?
damn
For your
right,
portion of it.
This is
with you, with that,
narcissism at its
with you,
highest
not
degree.
Don Diva the magazine. Don Diva the magazine was going to blow up because it's just intriguing and it's interesting and it's
I,
Yes.
dope. You
I
get
get
what I'm
no
saying?
credit. I get zero
No,
credit.
no,
No,
you
what he's
are the one better.
saying is
Thank you.
It wouldn't be what it was without you
No,
because
he
then
said it
we
wouldn't be
had
without
you.
it. Did you not hear when he said it wouldn't be what it was without him?
Because you wouldn't have been there. So had he not
Because
been an
Tiffany,
asshole to give you to us, then we wouldn't have had you. And it would have been a little bit different. So
right?
we are slightly
Because
thankful.
Tiff was a beast, and then you got two beasts together. It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and then they end up liking each other, and then now I'm the bad guy. But I'll take that.
Yes. Yes, you take
Ask
that.
them was
Because
I a bad
Take
guy in
that,
others?
as Diddy would say.
No, yeah,
you take
I mean, yeah. But nah, I'm glad, and it worked out. Like I say, man, when you younger, you think you do a lot of stuff and you bug out. But when you get older, you start thinking about shit as you reflect, and it's good where they at. It's
it
good.
is
I'm not mad at nobody.
good. No, we definitely appreciate.
It felt good walking on that stage and seeing 33,000 people. It felt good to, and they all like one thing about I tell people all around the world. They ask me which stages do you like to perform? Crowds
Mm-hmm.
like better, and I say it's nothing like that New York Raw, man. It's nothing like that. Like nigga, if you think the Apollo is something, when you perform in concert, all somebody got to do is go like this. That's a boo, and everybody gonna follow the lead.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
New York, if they love you, they give it, they show you. You get what I'm saying? And it ain't nothing like that, man. The whole thing of the anticipation leading up to you getting ready to call your name, you know, it's crazy.
Well, you definitely got the love the other night because baby, everybody was singing them songs.
We going on
Dancing.
tour
I was doing
with,
all the
but that's see the reason why people ask us why was it so short is because we couldn't like I got 12 number one hit records.
everybody
We
couldn't do all of their
Everybody
songs.
couldn't do their records, and it's just showing New York because New York's one of our first markets that we're hitting, the
Mm-hmm.
Barclay or something like that at the end of the paperwork now. But each group, they just wanted to show New York that like we got them.
Mm-hmm.
They're here. We're putting them in your face. So now I'm about like I was confused what songs to do. 69, I'll do for you, one night stand, everything's gonna be all right. Treat me like you want to be treated, affection. I beat you like you ain't caught. I mean, Lisa baby, I could keep going on with the smashes and hit
Mm-hmm.
them for days. But my show is what they really would see. Like we just did D Nice. I just did D Nice. Where was my daughter came to? Baltimore.
Okay.
Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? I just did the D Nice thing, Freak Fest. You know, and that was incredible too. That was nuts. And I end up closing the show. Besides the dude with boots on the ground, he was the closer. But
Okay.
I'm on the show with Blocks with Jada Kiss. I'm on the show with my man Too Short. Everyone. You get what I'm saying?
These
And then
lineups, these are some serious lineups.
no, the
I'm
crazy part is
truly
I'm supposed to
enjoying them.
be like I was supposed to be at the venue at 8:30, going on at 9 o'clock. I ain't go on until 12 because they kept people start screaming, Father, Father,
Mm-hmm.
on people's sets. And my daughters was there and they was like texting me like, when you going on, Dad? When you going on? And I'm like, I don't know. And then they said because the people started screaming my name while other artists was performing, they was pushing me back. They was pushing me back
Okay.
to come, and they pushed me on, and I didn't even know. I was like, let's get it. The chips was right. Right, they renegotiated real quick, and it was a good thing. It was a good
It
look.
was a good look. It was
It
a
was a
good.
good look.
You definitely
We
tore
like
it down.
the pink. What was that? Pink Louis Vuitton. What were you wearing? What were you
Mm-hmm.
wearing?
Pink Louis Vuitton,
Pink Louis Vuitton. Who got your wardrobe together? You?
of course. But my man Torre, he makes the Buster Rhyme. He does all the stuff for Buster, the jacket that New York.
Hmm.
He does everything for. He did the intro stuff. Torre is like the upcoming newest cat on the block. You know what I mean?
Okay, can y'all remind me about intro, please? Because I was confused at the concert.
Bitch, what
Who
is?
from intro
How do you
died?
be
Who
confused?
replaced it? I don't
Kenny,
remember. I know I
Kenny
knew
died.
intro. I knew
Kenny
all of
died.
them.
Right.
Kenny
Kenny
died.
died. And then they went and replaced him recently with the guy. I want to say I don't want. He's the new guy, but he was in a group. I think it was uh, the Dragon dudes. What was them with the Dragon? Not Cisco, but the other singer from Drew Hill, I believe. I believe he was the lead singer. He was a singer in one of the groups that were known, and it was a good thing for them because Now they back out on the road touring and getting that bag and doing what they got to do. You get what I'm saying? And they had records. They had that record Come Inside. You know, Kenny Green was a force to be reckoned with. He
Baby,
was a writer.
intro was.
Yeah.
I made a baby.
I put them on my
Intro.
second album. Before they ever had a record out. I put them on, you know, a
Yeah,
lot of
because
people
intro
don't
was
realize.
like Jodeci and Mary. Like
But
backup
people don't realize
songs.
I put Little Kim on the first record ever on wax. When Once She Gets Pumping, It's Hard to Make the Hardy Stop with my album 69. Little Kim, I put her on that. Like it's so many people when I see the talent, I'm just
I
hoping to give them.
remember you were mad because they wouldn't play 69 on the radio, but they were playing Come Inside.
Yeah, that's when I was spazzing out. But the funny part about that is,
And now they play anything
69,
on the radio.
69 sold more records underground. And I never knew I was an underground artist because I was always, you know, on every radio station in America outside the US. And 69 sold more records low key than a lot of my records. That was
Yeah.
crazy.
69 was probably one of my favorite. That and Beat You was probably my favorite.
I wrote that record about you. When I said you get on my nerve, I said.
Don't laugh at him, Shonnie.
I'm not laughing.
Keep a straight
I was
face,
about to say,
okay?
if you wrote
Be
it about me,
professional.
my my direct deposit better hit every month.
Hey, Tanisha. Favorite group ever, but I want them to have found someone more Kenny Green-esque.
Yeah.
Isk.
Well, you
I'm
know,
not saying that. Kenny Green-esque. I'm
Kenny
not
was
saying
the
it
truth.
right.
Kenny was a writing machine, man. God bless him. You know,
Yeah.
he was a writing machine, and it works itself out. It's good for the group though, because it gets them back out. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying? They needed a
so
lead singer. Kenny was the lead singer, so they needed that. They needed a lead singer to drive them, to be their force to drive, and they got that. So, you know, we can't get Kenny back, but we got somebody that can give us the memories.
Oh,
You
am
know
I
what
the
I'm
only
saying?
one
of
that
course.
didn't recognize Horace Brown?
What happened?
Huh?
I didn't recognize Horace
I
Brown.
didn't
Really?
I didn't either. I didn't
Did
either.
he look like Horace Brown to
A little
you?
slimmer.
Well, he got older. It's like 30 years later.
Well,
Yeah.
my point exactly. If he would have slapped me, I would have been like, I don't know who hit me.
Well, I'm glad it didn't happen because, baby, grooving. The edibles had kicked in about then. Them little shooters. I was on.
I saw you in the. I saw
when
the
that set
video.
came on.
I saw you in the video. I saw you and I saw Tiffany with no rhythm trying to do
Tiffany with no rhythm. You gonna leave her alone?
You gotta stop talking about Tiffany.
That's my girl. Tiff is all right. Tiff is all right. I love Tiff. Don't get it twisted. I love Tiff.
Baby, we were on one.
Grooving though.
We
Y'all
was
was definitely having a good time.
Yes.
Where,
It was
where
dark.
y'all
I had the
sit-
light
where
on my
y'all sitting
camera
at?
on us. I ain't care. I was
Where
like,
were y'all sitting at?
huh?
Where were y'all
box
sitting at?
seats.
We were up in
Box
the
seats.
box. So facing
Right, because I seen it.
the
No, because
right
I seen
side.
y'all. Yeah, because I seen y'all. I ain't see y'all. I seen the video.
Mhm.
When I was looking at the video, I'm like, wait a minute. They were. It looked like
Right?
y'all was down, but right
Yeah.
there. But it looked like y'all was
We
up.
were
And I'm like,
up the next level, like right on an angle to y'all. So we got
crazy.
screen,
The
the
venue is
stage, and
beautiful. The venue is dope. Sound system in the
Credential is
venue is
dope.
crazy.
Credential's a good.
I do give them that.
yeah.
And we get ready to go out. The whole tour, Uptown tour is about to go out, and they are negotiating right now to see certain cities. Can we bring Mary or can we bring Jodeci in?
Okay.
You know, to officialize it. But Mary's getting an M2. She's getting a Mel 2 every show. It's not playing.
I
Not
ain't
playing.
mad at Mary.
I'm not mad
No,
at it. You know?
no, can't be
Thank you,
mad.
Mary,
I ain't
for
mad
the
at
show.
nobody getting their bread.
Listen.
If,
At the end of the day, life is like a dollar bill, man. We got 4 quarters in a dollar, right?
right.
We on our 3rd quarter, no matter how you look at it. So the next quarter, you know where that goes, nigga. Whoever you go and you go. At the end of the day, it's time to stop playing. If you got a vacation, go vacation. If you got to do
Somebody
whatever,
just wrote, shit, y'all talking Horace Brown. I ain't know that was Father MC.
right?
Stupid blackface.
He
No,
looks
for real.
exactly the same. He must not have known
Listen,
what
you
you
want
look
to know
like.
what's
You look the
crazy?
same.
You was crazy. I was backstage and me and Redman, we hugged like, you know, and I know it's funny because I knew Red didn't recognize me, right? So I'm hugging him, we hugging everything. Then next thing you know, he's just standing there, he's looking like, yo. And then he goes like this. Then when somebody said, your father, Red looked at me like this, and he stopped the whole shit backstage, like, yo, wait a minute. Like, it was crazy. So I get it. I get it.
And it's funny because you get that initial love because, okay, you back here, you got to be somebody, you look familiar,
Right.
but then when they
Right.
solidify who you are, it takes you back to the era that my nigga, all the shit
Right.
we went through, the music we
Exactly.
made. Yes.
Exactly. Because we all got our stories of how we got in, what we had to do to get in. We seen each other when we was trying to become who we became, of hustling to try to go and get money for studio shit like that. So we understand that the heartache that it took. So we are more excited for each other's success than the records. We are a fan of each other's music, but you know what I'm saying? Like
the struggle. No, I said in the video, I said, this is the Jack the Rapper time. They don't know about that. They don't know
You just
about
bugged me out.
labels pushing and sending their artists to Atlanta to try to be put on and do shows.
You want to know what's crazy? What's crazy is you said Jack the Rapper. This is what I was getting ready to say about Eric Sermon. My first time in Jack the Rapper, very first time, I seen Eric, and I didn't know him at this time. He's up on the balcony, right? We at the Marriott, and he's staring at me because, falling asleep with the ladies, whatever. He's seeing how I'm talking to the chicks, whatever. He's watching me. So he says like this to me. When I look up, he goes like this. He says, like, come here. Mm-hmm. So I get in the elevator. It's a clear elevator.
Yes.
And it goes upstairs. And I'm saying to myself, oh, shit, what this nigga want? Like, at the end of the day, remember, they was out performing, so I was a fan. I get upstairs, and he's laughing at me. And then he's telling me, yo, what's up? I know your baby mom. Whoop, whoop. I was like, yeah. I said, yeah. He's like, yeah. So that's how me and him connected.
Okay.
2 months later, they request ICM. They was going on tour. And it was EPMD, Chubb Rock, DJ Quick, Father MC, Chuck, and oh man, and Too Short. And we always go. And I asked him one time, I said, hey yo, why y'all niggas put me on this crazy tour? It was a hardcore tour. And he says, cause if we ain't have you, it would be a sausage fest.
Right. Yes.
And I bought all the chicks.
Yes.
And they bought but they made sure, Eric Sermon made sure, like everybody was getting jerked up with their paper. Mm-hmm. They made sure, nigga, I was the first one to get paid besides them. I had my tour bus and everything was so straight. It was crazy. And I always keep that story to the day. You know what I'm saying? And then when I got on tour, when I got powerful enough to go and headline my own tour, I put brothers back on that helped me out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's a give and take.
That's how it's supposed to be, because it ain't nothing but sharks in the industry. They want to y'all shucking a job, enslaving, and moving on to the next city quickly.
People ask me about Diddy. One of my guys asked me at the concert backstage, like, so yo, what you think about the Diddy situation? And I said, well, let me tell you something. Diddy wears a lot of hats. I know him. You know what I'm saying? I know the guy. Like I tell everybody, even my artists, like when people ask you, like, what you got to say about, I always get on people, like, if you don't know them, don't say nothing about it. You can have an opinion all you want, but keep it to yourself. Because you don't know this, man. You don't know, you only know what you read and what you're hearing about at the end of the day, and all I know is I told the cat backstage, I said, all of these people that going against him will work for him or do anything for him if he beats this, if he beats it.
Yeah,
if he beats this, they will work for him, say he's the best nigga in the world. At the end of the day, look, I don't got no opinion, but if I'm smashing you and I'm doing all of this crazy shit to you and you standing there, you stay in there, you're a grown-ass woman. You can leave and nobody's forcing you to. You can leave at any time. People got to really look at the picture. Fuck the politics.
I'm not disputing the abuse, but at some point,
hitting the woman. Listen, hitting a woman, I don't condone, right? But these women nowadays, you gotta understand, they want to be such the man part. If you hit a nigga, you gotta expect them reflexes to come back, and you can't get in a man's face and think, I'm not supposed to. I remember my brother got beat up by these girls in school, and he was younger, and we was younger, and my mom was like, what did y'all do? You said don't hit women. My mother told me, she said, Tim, you go to that school and you got my right. You go whip all of their ass. I went to school the next day on some happy shit. I was Happy Gilmore, nigga. Where the chicks at? I just walked in the
No,
class and
no,
just
no.
started
Let's
terrorizing.
cut. No, let's
That
be
is not
responsible here. How old were you, and how
acceptable.
old were the girls? This is horrible, by the way.
It
I
was
don't
horrible.
approve.
But they scratched my brother whole shit up like he was like raw, space was raw, and he wasn't doing nothing because we couldn't beat him. I went to school and I just went. I beat them up. Then I beat up a couple of their brothers, and you know, women, you got to understand. I'm the one who's treating you like you want to be treated, but at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong,
That's
and that's it.
correct. And I
You're
wouldn't have
not
been
gonna
mad
trap
at you
me,
for
and then what I'm supposed to do? That's like you shoot me. What am I supposed to do?
no.
I can't defend myself. You know, and these women think because they're women, they know that they can get away with it. So I'm not pro beating a chick up. I'm not none of that. What I am is if you feel you got to hit somebody, expect something to come back. Don't
Yes,
go
I definitely can
crying and calling
understand that.
911.
Hit and duck.
Yeah,
Bitch,
don't
you better
call
hit and
5 like
run, cause that ain't nothing like a choke out. I mean, a choke out that you want is okay, but when that nigga's choking you out,
right.
bitch, sometimes you don't come back from them. You fall the
That
wrong
part.
way, hit your head, it's over now. He got a murder. You know, it's not worth it. Keep your hands to yourselves, ladies, please, and gentlemen. You do the same. Everybody, just keep your
I
hands
don't
to
know, for some
yourselves.
reason I think he gonna beat this.
Well, I mean,
What?
I think
he's
he gonna
gonna
I
have
don't
to
think
do some time.
he's gonna have to do some
No,
time because it's feds.
I think it's gonna be time served.
It ain't gonna get no time served. They offered him a plea. They offered him a plea. He didn't do the plea. So you know what I'm saying? You messing with the feds, man. And the
So
They
man
gonna
he
that
give him
got
time
from
served.
0 to 10 years on the 2 charges. Is it 2 charges or 4 that he got left? That's it.
right. And then how many more charges he got?
He only got found guilty
He
of 2
had
counts, right?
5. He had
He had
5.
5 counts and
The
only got
Rico
guilty
is
of 2
gone,
counts.
and the other 4,
I'm
I
so
think.
glad the Rico gone because now he gets to keep all his bread. He gets to keep all his dough. He gets to keep
Yeah, because that
the dough. Because if
that's
they
the
would have found him
thing.
with the Rico, and he would have
They
had,
would,
you know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
Fees
Well, that's
and fines and all
see, and
that.
that's the thing. So if you file for a civil suit against him, do I really want them to get you on a RICO? Because I know that's gonna fuck up the money, and I'm coming for you at a civil. I don't want you to get caught on the RICO because I'm coming for you civilly, and I want to take what you got. That's
Right.
why that's why sometimes I'll be
But you know what?
bitch, don't lock them
If
up. I know he owe
if
you money, but
if
don't.
he was thinking, I know he's sitting down, and I know if he was thinking right, he probably was saying to himself, "I wouldn't have gave Cassie shit because he end up in jail
Right,
anyway, and all
right,
of the stuff came
right.
out anyway. He shouldn't have gave her shit and should have played it out, you know, or he should have had a competent team to be like, yo, this is what's coming, because lawyers know when
Yes,
lawyers know when they hit you on the phone and saying, yo, this is coming.
coming down the
This is
pipeline.
coming. This is coming
Absolutely.
down. So
Yep.
this is how we could play and this is how we can maneuver. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, they know that already. They know it. So I wouldn't have gave a shit and say, yo, it's gonna be out there in 3 or 4 months anyway. So I'm saving my 30 million. Stay broke. You know what I mean?
I
And keep it
don't know. I
moving.
think they knew it was coming, and no matter what, just were
Right, but
hoping
you know, when you
she
think you
wouldn't
giving somebody
testify.
$30 million, you thinking they zips is like this.
Right.
And that's why
So this is
you can't respect the law because they'll tell you, okay, don't say anything. Like people don't get it. When you go to court and you say like your lawyer's like testifying for you, right? He's saying shit to the jury, even though he knows that the judge is gonna say, y'all don't listen to that, strike that out.
Right,
It's
right.
already there.
we
It's
already
already
heard
there.
it. Yes.
You heard it.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
gonna create an imagination off of the rip. You get what I'm saying? So at the
Right.
end of the day, it is what it is, man. I don't like none of it. I hate the judicial system. I'm making new laws, and one of them is gonna be called the what you call it? My suit is the baby mama drama syndrome.
I was gonna say, Sue, it has to do
I'm
with
gonna
the
lock
kids' mamas.
every chick up that's fraudulently getting brothers messed up on purpose. You wanna know why?
I can't be
TMZ live from
mad at that.
TMZ.
I can't
Yeah,
be mad at that because you can't get a license, you can't get a passport, you can't get certain jobs. I get that. If she's on
I
some
know.
real
I
bullshit,
figured it out though.
I
I figured it out.
get it.
I figured it out. I was
Like,
all over the place.
nigga, if that DNA say it's yours,
Wait, let me say, make sure the oldest is. I had to make sure the oldest was so they can't reaffirm. How old is Zara now? Yeah, we good. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
29.
And then this one right here, she was the queen of talking. She used to talk, but she was harmless. But she used to talk, but her talk used to be like, if I see her, if I just had it right here, it would be a problem, you know. But all I had to do was just call her mother, like, hey,
My
how you
mouth.
doing, Miss Hempstead? And her mother would go, Father, Father.
He always try to make my mother sound Jamaican. She is Guyanese.
yeah, that's a whole different
Yo,
accent.
her mom used to make roti, right? And her mom used to hate me. I loved it. Her mom hated me at the beginning, right? So then next thing you know, me and her sister Joanne used to always get into arguments. Like, but play brother like Martin and Gina. I go to the house and the mother had this real, they upscale. They remind you of the Cosby's for real, nigga.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Yes.
So I go to the house, I see this black dude on the corner smoking a blunt. They in a rich community, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I go to him like on some, yo, what you waiting for somebody or something? He's like, no, my girlfriend's in the house. I said, he pointed to my baby mom. So I said, who's your girlfriend? Joanne. I said, oh, okay, hold on. I go upstairs and I said, you're gonna love me on this one. I said, Mom, Pops, Joanne's boyfriend's outside. And I knew he smoked weed and he had all that weed on him. I said, yo, come in, come. Joanne looking at me with the sour face like this, like, look, I fucking hate you. And with her mother.
This was definitely like 30 years ago, but when weed was really frowned upon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we popping gummies left and right?
Left,
No,
baby, like a vitamin in the morning. Matter of fact, I might need to take one now. So after 12,
I'm funny.
Drink.
But I'm about to get at y'all. I got to get on this shit with this tour thing. We get ready to solidify. But I'm gonna be in the ATL July 23rd to the 27th. We got to go sign shit. So if y'all out there, y'all get at me.
We absolutely will. You keep us in mind. We will be reaching back out for more information and what's going on with them, where he's at.
So stay in touch. I'm gonna add you.
Will do. Sounds good, love.
I'm gonna get off here too. 1 o'clock. Gonna handle some business.
All right, y'all.
We'll revisit this stuff later. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, y'all.